It is amazing to see when God's people are called to step up and help people in a variety of settings. The singles have shared that they would like to reach out to ministry into the homeless in the streets among our city of Dallas. So we put out a call for our church family to provide coats and blankets to the people that live under bridges and overhangs and live on the streets and curbs of Dallas. The response has been overwhelming. And as we continued to look through and went to the streets and saw people with specific needs, it was God, and certainly not us, that opened doors that we could never have expected or planned. Cindy Franklin, one of our own, sat at a meeting with her son, Cameron. One of the administrators, one of the principals of one of the schools, let the audience know that there are a number of kids in that community, and specifically in their schools, that are needing coats and blankets. And the next thing we knew, we were in the hallways of the Richardson Independent School District sharing some of those with children. We have a relationship developing now with the Rosemont Church in South Fort Worth. Javier and Carla Leon, and they are now reaching out to Hispanic community there in South Fort Worth. But I guess possibly one of the most significant developments was to encounter and to visit with Glenda Long, who is the supervisor of the Willie B. Johnson Recreation Center in the Hamilton Park district of Dallas. Glenda would like to tell briefly the story of what took place there at the center and in the adjacent neighborhood.
I got home one Thursday night from work, and I was home maybe about 20 minutes. And I started smelling smoke and stuff, and my grandkids was with me, because it was, they was out of school, and they said, "Grandma, you smell it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so my husband called me, and he's like, "Honey, those apartments on fire." So I thought he was talking about our apartment. So me and the kids put our shoes on. We opened up the door, and the smoke just swam through the door. So I closed the door, and I called him back. I'm like, "Where are the apartments on fire at?" He's like, "Behind us." I said, "Oh, okay." So it took him a while to put it out, and then the next day I came to work, and I got off work. I went back home. My husband was like, "That was the maintenance man's family. That was them getting burnt out." I'm like, "What?" He like, "Yeah." So I said, "Well, honey," I said, "I have a lot of stuff at work." I said, "You could ask him, if they could use some." So he asked him, and he said, "Yeah." And so he came and he talked to me, and then I met his wife, and I met the kids. And I gave him my address here, and I told him we had a lot of blankets and coats and clothes and stuff that y'all had provided for us to give out. And they said, okay. So they came over, and all the kids got coats. They had 4 kids. They ended up with coats. They had blankets, and then there was some clothes in there that the kids could wear. And they end up with an outfit, which, only thing they was left with was on their back. And they end up with the outfit like the next day. And they was really thankful for that. And I was thankful that, you came around and we was able to do that for them.
Jesus said it better than any of us could have. And he said this, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. And I was in prison and you came to visit me. I tell you the truth, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers in my name, you did for me." We thank the Prestoncrest Church for supporting this ministry and outreach to the streets and the cities of Dallas, Fort Worth.